What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw recently that unfortunately the chair that I've been using for the last 8 or 9 months or so has broken. Very unfortunate. I actually really liked this chair, but unfortunately it cracked right across the frame on the base of the seat. So I have ordered a replacement chair. This time around I decided to go with the Omega series chair from Secretlab, and I ordered this in the elegant cookies and cream finish. I was actually very lucky. I was able to pick this up right at the end of their 4th of July weekend sale, and I was able to pick this up for $379 US versus the normal price of $429 US. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of unboxing, assemble this chair, and we're going to get a first impression of whether or not this chair is worth the price tag. The first thing that I notice about this is the packaging is insane. This box is massive, and as you can see, it's got Secretlab logos all over it. It's also branded with the Omega logo for the Omega series chair. Very nice packaging so far. Alright, so upon opening the box, the first thing we see here is this big caution logo. It says, "Do not touch backrest recliner while moving from box." So should probably be careful about that. As you can tell, they're very proud of their company, their packaging. Congratulations, you are now the owner of a brand new Secretlab chair, steps away from the ultimate seating experience. Awesome. Let's throw that away. So as you can see here, got the welcome home to comfort, probably the instructions in there somewhere. I'll go ahead and start taking out some of this packaging here. So this right here is the back of the seat. You can see the Omega series logo embroidered on there, as well as the Secretlab logo towards the top there. I'm gonna have to put my camera down though, so that I can be sure that I don't accidentally hit that lever while I'm taking this out. Alright, so I have actually finished unboxing everything now. I've laid out the parts here, kind of in my room here in the office. So we're going to do a quick walkthrough of what all those parts are, how they're packaged, and things like that, and we're going to kind of talk about that a little bit. Alright, so actually one of the first things that I want to talk about is this giant poster looking board thing right here. So the giant piece that I pulled out, one of the first things I pulled out of the box was that giant thing with the big kind of like, "Hey, like you're the owner of a fancy new chair" type speech on it. And so actually on the back of that is pretty much the instructions for how to assemble a chair. So as you can see, they have this really nice kind of like detailed photograph instructions here for how to actually put the chair together, as well as the package contents. So you can kind of see right here everything that should be in the box, as well as the accessories box content. So that accessories box, that is actually this right here. So opening up the accessories box here, you can see it has the contents listed on here. There should be some tools in here, as well as we're looking for the 5 caster wheels, side covers, lever handles, and hydraulic piston. So again, opening this up, very nice packaging. These are the caster wheels right here, the side cover for that. And then upon taking that out, we can see here we have the piston sleeve right here. Some levers, and among other things, everything that was mentioned. Was this? The tools. So comes with this nice little tool pack here. You got an Allen key there and a couple other little multi-tools in here. It's actually really nice that they give you this. It's a nice touch overall. Honestly, I like that. Alright, so moving on to talk about everything else. So right here is the base of the seat. This already comes with both of the arms pre-installed on this, which is nice. This is the piece that they warn you, and they put more caution labels on here, not to touch that backrest recline lever. I don't know why that was so hard to say. Do not touch that lever while removing it from the box. They're very particular about that warning. Coming over here, yes, so this is the actual it's still in the packaging here, but this is where the actual seat, that base piece from over there, is going to mount. Because this is the tilting mechanism right here. So coming over here, we have fancy looking star thing, right? So this is what the wheels are going to mount onto. The The piston sleeve is going to go right here in the center to mount the seat on, and then coming over here we have the actual seat back right here, which is what I showed you to begin with, except you saw the other side. So Secretlab embroidering, Omega series logo, very, very nice. And as you can see right here on the corner, this is the 2020 series. Very, very cool. I'm really digging this color scheme so far. So I'm really excited to start putting this whole thing together. I think it's going to look really, really good. And I think it's going to be very fitting for kind of my office vibe that I have going on here. So the Secretlab Omega chair, similar to pretty much any other chair you're going to put together, usually the first thing they have you do is install the caster wheels. Now there is one thing that I would like to add that's kind of a nice touch about the wheels on this, and that is that these are like a no screw in design. I don't know if you can see this very well, but this is more like a grommet or a gasket type thing instead of threaded. So essentially these are just pushing into the base here. Alright, so the second step here is going to be to insert the hydraulic piston into the base, and then we're going to put the hydraulic sleeve cover over that. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take our hydraulic piston here, and we're going to find out really quickly if I can do this one-handed or not. I think it goes this way. Does it? No, I don't think it goes that way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'm wrong. Hold on. Turn this around real quick. Is that right? I don't know. It looks right to you guys. Oh, yeah, I should probably just look at the picture, huh? Yeah, so we're going to put this in here like this. And then we're going to grab this right here. There, fancy. Real fancy like. Okay. And that actually went in there like super easy. It really just kind of dropped into place there. Because it's like a tight sealing fit around that. So once you push it in, you really just can't push it any further. And then the cover is pretty self-explanatory. Just pop that on there as well. Alright, so the next thing that I have been instructed to do is to remove the 4 M8 screws that are already pre-installed in the backing here. So these are actually pretty loose already, so I don't actually think I need anything really to get these out. If I did need to use the tool, that's what this Allen wrench here tool that they included with the chair is used for. So we're just going to take out the 2 on this side and then the 2 on the other side. Alright, so the next thing that we have to do is the bracket where we just took off those 4 screws. We're going to be mounting those right here, which this is the base of the seat again. So this is the part where the upper backrest is going to mount to the base of the seat. Now that we have those screws hand tight on both sides, we're going to go ahead and tighten those back down with the Allen wrench here. Alright, so I've actually temporarily put the plastic back over the back here just to protect it while I'm still working on the chair. Also, I just have a lot of dog hair here in my office, and I'm trying to prevent as much of that as I can from the floor. So the next step here is we're going to take the side covers here, and this is actually another really nice touch, right? So these are actually magnetic side covers, which is really cool because those are here in place to cover up these brackets here on the side. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take these, and you can see the magnets here actually line up with the bolts here on the side. I might actually have to fix these later. I'm not entirely sure yet, just because of the plastic and stuff I have here. It might be in the way a little bit. Okay, there we go. That one is now on all the way, and it's just magnetic. It just comes on and off. Really cool, nice little touch. Instead of using screws, to use magnets. I like this a lot, honestly. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to put the other one on this side. Again, plastic in the way. Alright, so this next step, I actually did this off camera. I just really wanted to be sure that I did this correctly. So basically I tore a little bit of the cover off of the base here, and then they have this like kind of protective foam wrap that goes around, basically to help prevent you from accidentally hitting the recline lever on here prior to the backrest being installed. So basically the next step was to break the seal here, and then inside of this hole right here there's a red screw that you have to take out. This one right here, you can see it has like a red coating on it, can't really miss it. But essentially this is kind of like a lockout screw that prevents the backrest from the backrest recline lever from functioning until you remove it after the backrest is installed. So that's another kind of unique, cool kind of like safety feature that they have in place to help you put this chair together and, you know, prevent any injuries or chair malfunctions, anything like that. All right, so the next step was to install the tilting mechanism here on the base. Made sure that it's facing the right direction. This is also just installed with another 4 of these Allen key bolts attached right to the base there. So as you kind of can't tell because it's upside down, it's starting to look a lot more like a chair at this point. Now we're just putting on handles. That's 1. Come over here. That's 2. Cool, we got handles. All right, so at this point we're just about done. It's time to install the wheelbase here onto this piece. Alright, so we have the wheelbase on now, and now we just have to very carefully turn the chair over. If you can't tell, this thing is looking really good so far. I know it's kind of hard to tell, I have plastic all over it, but don't worry, that is the next step. I am removing all of the plastic right now. So if you like actual unwrapping ASMR, welcome to heaven. Alright, I went ahead and put the backrest up before I kind of show this thing off a little bit better. But let me tell you, this thing looks stunning, right? Look at this beautiful gray and black colorway. It looks so good. The bolsters here on the side look great. The armrests are nice. I know that this is, I believe, new to the 2020 editions. They changed up the buttons here on the armrest, so I believe on the 2018 models they used to stick out like more of a button, but now they're much more integrated into the actual armrest itself. The Omega logo stitching and the Secretlab stitching, embroidering, whatever you want to call it, looks amazing. It's a nice touch that they do have the 2020 badge here on the corner. You know, always as a nice reminder that you have this model. And then spinning around to the back side here, we have more Secretlab logos and the Omega series branding. Now mind you, I do still have like some plastic and like tags and stuff like this stuff down here I gotta take off. I'm actually not really sure what this is. I'm gonna have to look at that. It looks cool. Oh, it's just a nice little tag here. It says sealed for quality, so that's kind of another nice little packaging touch. You know, as I touched on a lot of the packaging stuff here. But yeah, this chair looks awesome. I love it so far. So we gotta get a test seat. We gotta see how it feels, right? Because that's why we buy chairs, right? To sit in them. We gotta see how it feels. That's nice. I approve. This is a nice chair, man. I like this chair. So there are actually a couple more items that I want to talk about before we wrap up this video. Number 1 here is the Secretlab head pillow. This actually has a strap on it, and this will go right up here on the headrest. I'll probably put these on for a short clip before I wrap up the video and show that to you guys, as well as the lumbar pillow that comes with this as well. So as you can see here, the lumbar pillow has Omega brand stitching on it, and the head pillow has Secretlab embroidered on it as well. These look to be very nice quality, so I can't wait to actually try these out and see how they feel, especially the lumbar pillow, because I kind of have like a history of back problems and stuff, so I'm really interested to see how this does. Alright, so now I have added the Secretlab pillow and the lumbar support down here as well. So these are actually both pretty nice. I like them a lot. The Secretlab head pillow is actually quite firm, which is kind of nice for a head pillow, honestly. And then the lumbar support pillow is actually it's a bit softer than the head pillow is, which again is nice for the back. So it's kind of like they put a lot of thought and detail into I guess like because they both feel kind of like memory foam, so I would say something along the lines of like foam density for what they use the pillows for. It's nice that they went as far into the detail as to have different stiffnesses for the head pillow and the lumbar support. Alright you guys, so the real question here is probably something along the lines of what's the verdict? Is it worth the money? Alright, so first let's talk packaging. You guys saw a lot of the packaging in this video for the Omega series chair from Secretlab. This packaging experience, I would rate it as at least like a 9 out of 10. The packaging was very well done. Warning labels all over the place for things that you shouldn't do, such as if you were to release that backrest mount prior to mounting the actual seat back on it. It was definitely a nice touch to see even specialized packaging for the tool set that came with the chair as well, including that multi-tool that had Secretlab logos on it. Overall, the packaging was just very high quality, very well done, and overall just a great move by the Secretlab team. Moving on to the assembly experience. Honestly, the assembly for this chair was super easy. I did not feel like I made any mistakes along the way. The instructions were very clear as they put them on that giant poster board that I showed you guys. Instead of long, detailed written instructions, they were just pictographs, which is definitely kind of like how I prefer the instructions for assembly of things, unless we're talking about IKEA, because let's be honest, things from IKEA are never as easy to assemble as they make it look on the pictures. But fortunately, that was not the case with this chair. I kind of mentioned this earlier as well. It was even a nice touch to see that the wheels were not threaded in. They were basically pushed in and held in with grommets of sorts. Just one of the many nice touches. The red screw that was basically a safety feature for the back to make sure that it did not release inadvertently prior to having the seat back installed. Another very nice touch, both for safety and headache relief during assembly. Again, I would rate the assembly of this chair probably somewhere around 8.5 to 9. The overall experience of putting the chair together was just very simple. Honestly, it only took me as long as I did because I'm also filming this video, and that's just the nature of YouTube content. Now, talking about the comfort of the chair so far. Again, I've only been sitting in this chair for about an hour, so take this with a grain of salt. But so far, the chair does, and let me just be clear, but because of the fact that I have not been using this chair very long, I am not going to give a number rating. I'm more so going to talk about the feel of the chair and the materials. So, getting into that, upon sitting in the chair at first, the actual seat and the back of the chair do feel a little bit stiff. They are sort of like a memory foam type material is what it feels like. And because of that, if you've ever had like memory foam type stuff, especially at first, that stuff is quite firm, right? But for me personally, I tend to kind of like firmer seats and beds and things like that over having a softer material. So for me, it's not too much of an issue, but I will have to see how that holds up throughout a longer period of time and sitting in it for long days. Now, moving on to talking about the head pillow and the lumbar support. Both of these are very nice touches, especially in a chair that is made of a stiffer material such as the Omega. Because of this, it does provide an extra level of comfort and a little bit of ergonomics to a chair that otherwise may not be very ergonomical. You tend to hear a lot of complaints about gamer style chairs, and most of those complaints tend to be that they're not very comfortable. Well, Secretlab has taken an approach to this that is a little bit different by providing these very nice kind of comfort items to your Secretlab chair experience. The head pillow and the lumbar support pillow, the foam density, as I would describe it, is different, right? So the head pillow is quite a bit more stiff feeling than the lumbar support pillow, but they're stiff and less stiff, I guess, in the right places. This is kind of, at least in my own opinion, what you would want out of a head pillow and a lumbar support pillow as far as the stiffness goes. They do add additional comfort to the chair, at least in my own opinion. I definitely prefer sitting in it so far with the head and lumbar support pillows versus not sitting in it with them. And again, that's another thing that will just kind of be addressed as I use the chair more, kind of breaking in the materials a bit and seeing how they hold up, whether they get more comfortable or not over time. But so far, I don't think that the comfort is an issue, but this is a very, very short term opinion. So definitely keep an eye on my channel, because down the road at some point, whether it's 6 months or a year or so, I do plan on doing another review video of this that is a bit more long term. Thank you for joining me for today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to smash the like button down below and consider subscribing to the channel and turning on the notification bell so that you get notified when I post new content. Until next time, guys.